What's going on, folks? Ontarian Hawkins here. I'm the passive income guru. Welcome to this video. So, very good news, very good news for those of you who get involved with my EA economy team. You guys know I've been talking about briefly that we have a Forex auto trader inside of the EA economy team. And let me tell you something, guys. This auto trader is phenomenal. I'm going to be sharing more statistics with you on that. Also, we have the education. If you want to learn Forex, if you want to tap into the tools that's going to help you to take your Forex game to another level, we have the tools as well. Not only that, we have the signals. If you want to get signals from top traders, some of the top traders in the world, we have that for you as well. So we have several ways for you to make passive income in the foreign exchange or Forex industry. On top of that, just for joining our team and our team only, you're going to get access to one of our top binary options trader educator who is on our team, and she's going to be teaching and giving out binary option signals, guys, to the team. This is only exclusive to our team. Let me just make that clear, okay? No other EA economy team is doing this. So we wanted to bring in binary options because it's another way for you to make passive income, but it's also a way for you to get in and get out of the market. And binary options, guys, if you didn't know, is different from Forex. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this short video clip, about 3 minutes long, that explains what binary options is. And then we're going to get into a presentation video with my business partners, breaking down the value that we're going to be bringing you inside of our team for binary options. So stick by, watch this video, and then enjoy the rest of it. All right, let's work.
What are binary options? Presented by WallStreetSurvivor.com and Nadex. Binary options are a form of options trading based on a question. Did a stock, index, commodity, or Forex pair end up over certain price or not by a defined time period? The expiration. Here's how it works. Here's Ben. Ben has been watching the price of gold for over a month, and even though its current price is $1,200, Ben believes the price will rally and be over $1,250 by the end of the week. With plain vanilla investing, Ben would have had to purchase gold or a gold alternative like an ETF or a futures contract. However, with binary options, Ben can simply make a prediction on whether or not gold will be trading higher than $1,250 by week's end, without having to acquire the asset. With binary options, there are only two possible outcomes at expiration. Either the price of an underlying asset, gold, finishes above the specified price at the specified date and time, or it doesn't. At expiration, the value of the binary contract is $100, referred to as an all-or-nothing high-low scenario. Back to Ben. So Ben believes the price of gold will be above $1,250 by the end of the week. So he decides to buy some $1,250 gold binary options. Contrarily, if he thought the price of gold would reach $1,250, he would do the opposite and sell $1,250 gold binary options. The trade price of a binary option ranges from $0 to $100 based on the likelihood that asset expires in the money or above the strike price, $1,250. In this case, the likelihood of gold reaching $1,250 is 60%. So the option sells for about $26. That likelihood is made up of a few variables, like how much the price fluctuates, volatility, the time until expiration, and the general market sentiment. Ben decides to buy 5 contracts at $60, so his initial cost would be $300. The maximum trade risk to possibly make $200 profit. Fast forward to the end of the week. Ben's premonition came true, and gold reaches $1,300. In that case, Ben's trade finishes in the money. Ben will make $40 per contract for a total of $200, as the expiration value will be $500 minus his $300 initial cost. Had the price of gold not cleared $1,250, Ben would have lost his entire $300 on the trade. The benefit of binary options is that they can be cheaper and potentially more lucrative than the alternative. For example, to buy a single ounce of gold, Ben would have had to pay $1,200, and Ben's return with binary options was a 67% return, even though the price of gold only rose by 8.3%. In this example, the binary is more lucrative, but it also has risk. Had Ben instead bought an ounce of gold and the price did not reach $12.50 by week's end, he is still left with a shiny ounce of gold. With the binary option, Ben would have been left with nothing but a $300 loss. For more on binary options, check out the binary options course pack on wallstreetsurvivor.com.
All right. So wanted to show that quick video there showing you what binary options is, guys. So basically, in a nutshell, binary options moves pretty fast, okay, as you will see. All right. You can get in and get out, right? But you need to know exactly what you're doing. So I'm going to play the rest of this video, not this video here, but you're going to hear the rest of the presentation for my team and what we're going to be able to offer you. And my encouragement to you is get involved, okay? Because we have several ways, again, for you to get the education, the tools, and everything you need to be successful in the Forex and the binary options market. Guys, combined is well over $1 trillion, okay? And we definitely want to get a piece of that pie. So enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to leave a link below this video for you to get started. If you have questions, of course, reach out to me on Facebook, or you can book a time to speak with me as well. All the information is going to be below this video. All right. Enjoy the rest of this video. Take care. Have a great one.
All right, everybody. Hopefully you are doing well. My name is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. We have an amazing presentation for you today. So this kind of goes back over a year ago when Coach Carver introduced me to this industry of binary trading. And at first it was very Greek to me. I did not really understand what was going on. But then the more sessions I attended, the more I saw the way he was teaching and what was going on, it just became very fascinating. So what's the difference between binary and Forex? We'll get into that in just a bit. But for those of you that are always in a rush, don't have a lot of time, but really want to learn how to get into the industry, binary is a great way. So not only that, we have a very special guest on the call, Miss Crystal Green, and she is an absolutely amazing binary educator. In one session with me, she corrected so many issues that I was having. And later that night, I was sending her all these screenshots. It's like, I want to trade. Like I won 5 trades in a row. And she was like, oh my gosh, she's like, this is so great. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman that has made a big impact in my life. And we're going to go through some slides that we had prepared. And after that, we're going to turn it over to Crystal so she could actually take you on the markets and show you what's going on. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Coach Thomas Carver. This is a man that has done a lot for me and for my family. He has served his country in the military. He is an amazing father, husband, leader, educator, and he'll tell you a little bit more about himself, and then we'll get right into the slides. So without further ado, Coach Carver, the floor is yours, sir.
Hey, I appreciate it, Nick. Thank you, brother. Honestly, I love it when you call me up, man. Get to hear you talk nice things about me. It makes me feel good, makes my day. What's up, guys? Happy to be here. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Thomas Carver. You may know me as Coach Carver. Been in the trading space since 2014-ish. Been in the marketing industry since about 2013. Done pretty well for myself, but, realize that it really boils down to who you're surrounding yourself with, right? Being able to get in and get access to calls and stuff like this. This is where the real power is at. And I don't want to waste your guys' time. So I do really want to jump into this. We'll have Nick go ahead and, kind of share the screens. We'll kind of break this thing down to you, right? When talking about binary options, there's a few things that we really do want to cover on. There's some things that you really need to protect yourself, because in this industry, there are, a lot of people that may try to take advantage of you, right? And, within the industries, when it comes to like something that's unregulated, you do have to be cautious. All right. So as we kind of go ahead and jump into this, guys, I do want to be able to break this down and make it super simple for you, right? So when it comes to binary options, one of the easiest ways to explain it is it's time-based trading, right? You're saying whether, price is going to go up or down within a specific period of time. And there's a few things that comes along with it, right? Being able to, understand that we're going against time. Now we're also looking at technical analysis and fundamental analysis, right? So we're going to be looking at, things Nick, as we go ahead and we transition into the next slide. So if we break this down a little bit, right, we take a look at the time-based trading. Most brokers are going to offer you three options, right? You're going to hear something along the lines of turbo, you'll hear intraday and long-term. Some brokers, they change the word of it, fancy it up a little bit, do like a Joe Dierte kind of scenario. But if you take a look at it, most cases, turbo is going to mean 1 to 30 minutes, right? So this is going to be more for your quick trades, right? When I look at binary options, most people are trading 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, right? So looking at that turbo aspect, most of the times when you jump on a live session, you'll be looking at something like that. Now, for more of my intraday traders, you're going to be looking at about 1 to 24 hours. That's, for moves where you're like, hey, look, this price right here, I see it, being above this price within the next couple hours. That's something where you're taking that intraday trade, that 1 to 24 hours. And then you have your long-term, which is 1 to 30 days. Some brokers only go up to 2 weeks. Some go further and do multiple months. So as we kind of dive into it a little bit more, you take a look at the technical analysis aspect, right? Same thing as Forex. We're still doing technical analysis. We're still, taking a look at the charts. So we're still figuring out the order flow, figuring out where the liquidity is, figuring out, where price is really going to move. So as you go through this, you do your top-down analysis, you figure out the macro and micro market structure, you take a look at price action, and then you're able to have that trend identification. Then you can go into those smaller time frames and trade turbo and do stuff like that, right? So we're still going to be looking at the technical analysis. We're still, understanding that this is going to be a time-based trading rather than like a distance trading, right? Saying how far price is going to move. We're just saying whether it's going to go up or down within that little bit of time. And then we have things like fundamental analysis, right? And that's something that a lot of people don't even think about. Checking the news, current events, currency strength. There's a lot of stuff that comes down into it. And as we go to that next slide there, Nick, you can see that, right? So, you go and you take a look at news, you take a look at currency events, you take a look at currency strength. There's some outside effects that take a look and really have an impact on the financial markets, right? Like Chairman Powell, he spoke, US dollar, moves, quite a bit. We see a lot of this all the time, even in the crypto space, Forex space, binary options, a lot of these different countries and currencies, they have their own sentiment. They have, things that are going on, their own current events that have an impact on their currency. And a lot of people don't look at that, right? A lot of people, figure out how to do some technical analysis, do a top-down analysis, and they're like, all right, this is good. I've got this. I understand it. I know where price is going. And then news drops and so does price, or, a lot of different things can happen. I've went through those mistakes early on. And, that's another thing that is able to really help you out. But when you really take a look at it, let's talk about the actual aspect of binary options, right? And it's essentially, answering one question. Is price going to go up or is price going to go down within that specific period of time? And you'll see a couple of buttons here on the screen that are going to be pretty common across all these different platforms, right? You'll have a lot of different brokers, just same as you do within the Forex space, but they're all going to have a similar layout. And when it comes down to it, and what you're really asking yourself is whether price is going to be above your entry, or what we call a strike price, which is essentially the price, wherever you click the button, whether you're clicking a call, which means price is going up, or you're clicking a put, which means price is going down. The second you click that and it registers it, that is what's called a strike price. That is your entry price, right? And what you're doing is if you're placing a call, you're saying that price will be above your entry at your expiration time. So if we're taking a 3-minute trade and I click a call, I'm stating that price will be above where it's at right now in 3 minutes. If I click a put, I'm saying that price would be below within that same amount of time, right? So you guys picking up what I'm putting down, you guys tracking this, making some sense for you? Want to make sure everybody's following along, make sure it's good when it comes to binary options. Try to keep it super simple, right? So essentially time-based trading, and we're just looking at answering one question. Is price going to go up or is price going to go down? So as we move into the next slide, you guys are able to see a little bit more, right? There's a little bit more that we got to look at when actually taking a look at the trade, and that's going to be choosing an asset. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to want to go up to the top left-hand corner. Again, a lot of these look at, the same way. You're going to grab your asset list. From there, You're going to see your currencies, your commodities, your cryptos, you'll see some metals and stuff, and then you'll see the actual currency list. And what you'll do is you'll go through and you'll find the currency pair that you want to trade. Some people only trade specific pairs, right? I know some people that'll come in, they'll trade 1, 2, 3 different pairs, and then that's it. That's all they trade. I know some people that'll come in and they'll just look at whoever's paying the highest percentage. As you see that payout percentage, that is essentially stating how much of the percentage, the payback that you're actually get. So if you take a look at the Euro USD there, you see it's highlighted at 74%. So what does that mean? If you look at the trade amount on the right-hand side, it says that you're leveraging $10, which means you're saying that on this trade, if you were to click a call or you were to click a put, let's say if I wanted to click a call right there, what would I be, where would I be predicting price to go, up or down? Let's see who's been paying attention. And if you can see, right, so our trade amount is $10. Our profit is $7.40 because it's a 74% payout. Up, exactly. Thank you, Mr. Sani. Thank you, Nicholas. That's exactly it, right? So if you take a look at that $10, let's say we were to place a call right there at that moment, that would be our strike price, and we're leveraging $10. So that means if price goes below my entry, my strike price, I lose that $10. However, if it goes above, I'm not only going to get my $10 back, but I get $7.40 profit. I just made a 74% profit within 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, however long the duration of the trade is, right? And that's essentially how it's going to look. Give you guys a little, tip and advice. And I know Crystal will probably be able to speak on this a lot more as well when it comes to like her live sessions. But when I look at the percentage payouts, I personally don't take anything under 70%. I also try to avoid the ones every now and then you'll see some of these brokers have them at like 85, 90%. And that's usually like kind of like a red flag, like, hey, there's going to be some manipulation here. I've seen a lot of like spikes and crazy price action, so you do have to be careful again, as I was saying there. But when it comes down to it, guys, you pick your asset, you pick your time frame, you have up there on the top, it's going to state whether, again, you want to trade turbo, you want to trade intraday. You'll be able to see your time. You can see there where you can filter between different assets, and then you just say whether you want price to go up or down. So now when it comes to, binary options compared to Forex, like Nick was talking about, right? So one of the things is like a lot of you who may be, coming to this still may be early, something like counting pips can be pretty tasking. I know when I was first trying to figure out how to count pips, I was like, what is this? What is a pip? How do you even figure this out? Like, what are these guys talking about? It was nonsense. It's hard. I know a lot of people struggle with counting pips. So when it comes to binary options, you don't really have to count pips. There's no stop loss. You're not stating this or that, because remember, it's a time-based trading, right? Let's say we're trading a 1 minute, right? If price goes up and I wanted it to go down, I'm just automatically being stopped out. I lost, right? But if it goes the way I'm looking at, I take profit, I get my initial investment back plus whatever the payout percentage is. And then you take a look at this again, no take profit, because it's just whether it's up or down, no margins, no swap fees, no drawdown. Well, you may see some drawdown if you click buy, but that's just one of the things, like, where you're not instantly in drawdown when you place the trade, right? Because of the spread on the Forex side. So a lot of people like that. Easy for beginners. I do want to say, we'll take you a little work coming in, showing up, being able to, really jump on like Crystal sessions, being able to really understand. This is going to be something that's going to help you out, being able to come in, have that easy, is price going up or is price going down? It's one of the, questions that if you can figure out how to answer that, you can make a good bit of money in this. But wanted to say, quick disclaimer, past profits don't guarantee future results, obviously. But you guys do understand, you'll be able to know your risk to reward, right? So a lot of you guys who don't understand risk to reward, you don't understand how to calculate a lot size, you don't understand how much you're actually leveraging on a Forex trade. Something like this will be simple. In the last diagram, you saw that we were leveraging $10 on that specific trade. That's the most you can lose, unless you were to roll it over or do different things like that. But we'll get into that in a bit, right? So you have the exact knowing of what your risk to reward is. So if you're somebody that says, hey, I only want to leverage 1% of my trade on this, you just take your account balance and multiply it by 0.01. That's how much you're putting in the box. And that's the most you're going to lose on that specific trade, right? You can't have it go further into drawdown, stop you out and anything like that. It's something like this. You know exactly where it's at, right? You don't have to figure out buy limits, sell limits, buy stops, sell stops. When I made this slide deck a year or two ago, I wasn't a fan of buy limits and sell limits, but I promise you I am now. But let's jump into the next slide here. And we'll talk about brokers, because when it comes to binary options, this is probably, oh, I think I was a slide ahead of you. So benefits of trading binary options. Some of these may be redundant. You take a look at it. High return on investment. I mean, you guys just saw, like, some of these you'll see 70%, 80%. Within 3 minutes, you can, make a $10, $20, a couple $100, a couple $1,000, depending on your account balance. I mean, that's pretty good high return on investment. I mean, getting a 74% gain just for knowing where price is going to go, it's pretty cool. Again, you do have that known risk reward. Is it a fixed risk? So that's really cool. Easy to trade, less complicated for Forex. You don't have a lot of the different terms. It's just, where's price moving? Is it going up? Is it going down? Fast turnover rate. Obviously, you have those turbo trades. You can trade 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You can trade a couple days, right? It doesn't matter. Just figuring out what type of trader you are, you're going to be able to identify that as you go on. Free trading accounts from select brokers. A lot of brokers will give you a free account. Some people won't let you have a demo because they don't want to cloud their servers. They'll say like, oh, it's a $500 deposit minimum, $250 deposit minimum. I've seen some that are like $1,000 deposit minimum, but most of them sit between the 250 and 500. Going in there. So, a lot of different ones will also give you a free broker, or they'll give you like a free like demo account. They'll like kind of get you excited, and then they'll hit you with like, hey, give you a 200% match on your deposit now, take action and stuff like that. So you'll have that. You guys do have the ability to compound your account faster, seeing how you can take trades faster. You don't need to wait hours or days for them to play out. Takes minutes. So you take a look at something like that. It's a lot faster than traditional Forex, and you can start with some low capital. Again, you can start, some brokers even let you do like $100. And then yes, you can do up to 100% bonus. Just know, if you guys do take a bonus on your deposit, make sure you really understand it. Read the fine print, because it's not something where you can just deposit, get the bonus, and then decide, hey, this isn't for me, and withdraw it. You have to turn that over. And that's a term that you hear within this as well. And turnover is essentially like, let's say you have to turn your account over like 2-3 times, and I deposit $1,000. That means I need to have traded like $3,000, right? I need to have placed at least $3,000 worth of trades. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. If you don't know if like this is gonna be for you, probably don't take that bonus. If you're somebody who's like, hey, let me run with this, and you have no problem rolling it over, and you want a little extra funds to trade with, brokers have some decent bonuses. So as we transition next one, we'll be able to jump into this, talk about the actual brokers. What's up?
Sorry. No, keep going.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So now regulated brokers and unregulated brokers. This one's going to be huge, right? So when you take a look at the binary option space, there's maybe only, I think, 1 or 2 like brokers that are actually regulated within the binary options, because it's a big one, right? So taking a look at it, binary options, taking a look at the different brokers, and you're really able to look into this, right? So the regulated brokers follow very strict rules. They're very transparent, whether, what's going on. They're extremely transparent, because the whole government, everybody's watching, the SEC, the FTC, all these different, 3-letter, 2-letter agencies, have their hands in the pot. They're taking a look at it. They understand what's going on. So when it comes to regulated brokers, they limit the number of trades that you're actually able to take. They limit the number of rollovers that you're able to place. They can disqualify you from trading if they feel that you're not a good fit, or, you'll have to go through, you have to do all your KYC verification, everything like that. And since they do have to, unfortunately share with the government and everybody else, you're going to you are going to incur some additional fees, because they're going to, put the additional money onto you and not to, themselves. So you'll have more fees, and it is harder to get approved. Unregulated. Literally anybody can get approved for an unregulated broker. They don't care who you are. They don't care where you come from. They don't care your race, your religion, your gender, anything. They say, hey, come and trade with us. We'll be happy to have you. And that essentially is, majority of all brokers within the binary option space. So you take a look at it, just understand that there is no regulatory firm or organization that oversees it. There's no group persons like that says, hey, let's make sure all this is good and up to queue. So you do have that, which, you do have a higher risk of being scammed. So you do want to do your research when looking into a binary options broker. But on the other side, you have more freedom. The government's not looking over your shoulder, all this different stuff here with unregulated broker. You have a lot less rules. It's super easy to obtain an account. If you got an email, you got a password, and you got the ability to type out a little bit, you can get yourself an account. Costs a lot less because they don't have any, firm or anything looking over them. So there's not as many fees. So, yeah. And you typically have some higher paid options. So, but as we transition into the next one, I do want to talk a little bit about mindset and some, successful versus unsuccessful traders, because this is going to be crucial for you, especially in the space. And then, we'll go ahead and get ready to pass it over. But when you take a look at the difference between like unsuccessful and successful traders, a lot of it really boils down to boils down to your actions, your mindset. And this can be changed at any point in time, right? So when you take a look at a graphic like this, let's break something down, right? No defined trading strategy, not having the rules-based trading plan. A lot of people will come into a space like this. They'll see binary options. They can see, hey, all I have to do is answer one question. Is price going to go up or is price going to go down? That means I have a 50-50 chance at winning. And you'll have people that'll sit here all day long, clicking up and down, call, put, and they'll play their 50-50 raffle with a binary options broker. Eventually they'll get humbled, they'll lose their money, they'll get cracked upside their head. You need to have a defined rules-based trading plan. That goes even into Forex, that goes into crypto, that goes into stocks, that goes into every form of investing and trading. You should be able to have a defined trading plan. So unsuccessful traders, as you can see on that left-hand side, they have no defined trading plan, right? They're just jumping into trades. If you guys are just jumping into trades, just to be in them, you're gambling. Just going to throw it out there. But if you're jumping into trades because you understand it and essentially what's going to happen, congratulations, you're trading, right? Another one is over leveraging, guys. Over leveraging is a huge one, not even just in binary options and just in life. People are always over leveraging. They're always, trading, investing more money than they can truly afford to lose. I'm going to tell you it this way, right? Your mortgage money, your kids, tuition money, your food money, whatever that it is that you like desperately need to pay should not be in these markets. If you come in here and you try to force it here, it's going to be like trying to force a fart. It's not going to go well. You guys need to, trade with stuff that you can actually afford to lose. Don't go all in and be like, all right, I got $1,000 to my name. Let me create like a $900 account, $800 account. Don't put that unneeded stress on yourself. A lot of people come in, they over leverage and they over trade. They're trading more times than they should be. They're over leveraging. A lot of times people get ahead. They'll get a few percent up for the day, 5% up for the day, 10% up for the day. And then they get greedy and then they go ahead and they over leverage and then they get cracked upside the head and they get humbled. Again, I can speak on this because I've done it, right? You go over trading, guys. You don't need to be placing 50, 100, 200 trades in a day. I've seen people do it. I really have, and it blows my mind. Don't do that. Meet your percentage and get out, right? Doesn't study. This is a big one, guys. If you aren't growing, you're just stuck, right? So you need to be studying, you need to be back testing, you need to be training your eye for the markets. I've always said you jump on live sessions and you'll hear a trader say, hey, I'm taking this trade because I've seen it 100 times. I'm taking this trade because I've seen it 1,000 times. That's not because they've been trading for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it may be. It's because they put in the time into the charts to back testing and studying and understanding what's going on. So when you can do that, right, when you have the ability to come in and back test, you're able to access decades of data at literally any given moment, and you can train your eye for it. So if you're jumping on a session and Crystal shows you a strategy, as soon as that call is over, you should be in the charts studying and back testing and training your eye for that strategy, be able to understand it, right? Being able to understand why she's calling a trade, being able to understand, why you took an L, being able to turn that loss into a lesson, being able to do that studying is going to be very, very crucial for you guys. And then when it comes to emotions, guys, if you find yourself, getting worked up, getting emotional, step away from the computer, step away from your phone, take a break for a second, go for a walk. These are all things that unsuccessful traders do, is they get too emotional. That's when the revenge trading comes in. You take a loss and you're like, well, I'm going to go even bigger on this next one and I'll show them. Well, you still get humbled, right? Again, all these things, guys, please learn from my lessons. Please learn from Nick's lessons, Crystal lessons. These are going to be things that are going to be able to help you out. Now let's talk about things that successful traders do, right? They do have an effective trading plan. They have a rules-based trading system. They know, hey, if price does this, I'm going to do this. right? If this happens, this is what I'm going to do, right? They understand the risk. They understand how much they're leveraging. They go in and they have their compounding plan and they know, hey, I'm going to leverage 1% on each of these trades. I'm going to leverage 0.5% on each of these trades. Once I hit X amount of percent of growth, I'm done for the day, right? Successful traders also know how to control their emotions, knowing when to get up, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to stop, knowing when to, take a break. That's going to be a big thing. Being able to keep calm, right? If you're somebody who has like a lot of buyer's remorse, trading may not be for you. You take a look and, successful traders, they're studying, they're back testing, they're training their eyes for the chart, and they're knowing when to stop, right? So as you take a look at next steps, guys, it's going to be pretty simple. Tune into the live sessions with Crystal, going through the back office, taking advantage of everything that we have in ECA, going through and being able to start to understand fundamental and technical analysis. That's going to be a big role for you, right? Being able to become that product of the product so you can talk the talk, so you can walk the walk, and you can understand what's going on. Developing a study plan, right? If you guys don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. So you take a look at something like that, being able to understand, okay, I can commit 30 minutes a day to back testing. I can commit an hour a day to back testing, or I'm going to watch a module a day on whatever, and then I'm going to back test for a half hour or an hour, right? Even something as simple as that, guys. Imagine if you could just spend an hour a day in the charts or an hour a day studying, back testing, training your eye for the markets, pick a couple of different pairs and truly try to understand it and understand the order flow, understand how price works, start to be able to understand the markets and understand yourself. Guys, you put an hour a day into the charts, you're going to become a savage. That's just comes with consistency, right? Because it's not what you do that makes you successful. It's what you do daily. So being able to master your emotions, guys, that's going to be a big thing. Start to work on yourself, because how you do anything is how you do everything. If you jump into the charts and that's like, you're calm, you're cool, but then you get off the computer and you go and yell at the kids and yell at the dog or whatever, like that's not good. You need to be able to have your emotions in check. Trading completely changed me. Like it's mind blowing how much I've been able to grow simply through trading, being able to understand patience, being able to understand risk management. Patience is going to be a big thing you guys are going to develop, because you're going to get excited. You're going to see a setup. You're like, all right, looks good. Boom, buy. And then you're like, shit, I should have waited 30 seconds, right? Like patience is going to help you out. That's where it comes back to, being able to have that discipline and that rules-based trading plan. So what I'm going to do, guys, go through these next steps, be able to develop your compounding plan. There's a lot of different stuff that you can go through, but just really go all in on yourself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get myself out of the way. I'm going to let Nicholas call up Crystal so you guys have some real fun. Hopefully I was able to help you out.
Thank you very, very much, Coach. Just for those of you that don't know, Coach hasn't given this presentation in over a year, and it was like flawless. Like he knows this stuff, and that's what's so great about Coach Carver. And for somebody that has so many other things that he has to work on, he has a big, large organization here that he has to keep up with, and he has to know a little bit about everything: binary, Forex, stocks, crypto, and he does everything so well. So thank you again, Coach Carver. Really appreciate your time and setting that foundation for us. Now, what I want to do is introduce our featured speaker. She's going to tell a little bit about herself, her road to binary, and then she's going to get on the markets and show you exactly how everything works. What does she look for? And what's going to happen here is we're going to start doing some live sessions, probably in the evenings, but every once in a while we can do them in the daytime too. We're going to try to make it accessible to the whole team, because binary is a market that is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week for regular trading. So there's plenty of opportunity to make money. And unlike regular Forex trading, where sometimes in the middle of the day, like the markets aren't moving, in binary, because you're just doing these short-term trades, if you can find a market that's moving, you could still make money sometimes in the middle of the day. So I'm going to get myself out of the way. I'm going to introduce you to a young lady that has really helped me step up my binary game, and she's going to do the same for you. So I'm going to bring her up. Miss Crystal Green, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am super excited to be here with y'all and just teach y'all the ways that I learned doing binary. When I started out with binary, well, I first started out with Forex trading, and that actually was just not really my jam, my cup of tea. And they told me, it was like, oh, just learn how to do binary trading. And I got involved in that, and it was just, at first it was hard. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because at first I didn't understand what was going on in the markets and everything else like that. So it's really, really key to understand the market before you start placing trades. Also, I want to say, start off with a demo account. I did not start with a demo account, and I feel like that is the biggest mistake, is not starting out with a demo account, because you do get anxious. And a lot of people out there, whenever they start trading with binary options, they automatically start thinking about the money, because it is quick money. Okay, so it's quick trading, everything like that. So yes, you can earn the money quickly, but you can also lose that money just as fast. So understanding that and taking your emotions out, and everything that Coach Carver said, I was over here shaking my head like, yep, that's true, because it's he spoke nothing but facts, and you have to take your emotions completely out of it. If you ever come to sit at the chart, just because you are looking at the chart, that does not mean you need to be in a trade. Point blank, period. If you are looking at the chart and your vibe is good, your energy is good, everything is setting up perfectly, that's when you need to trade. That's when you actually want to get into it. Because if you are stressed out about bills or stressed out about whatever the case may be, you are not going to look at the chart correctly, if that makes sense. And definitely, just make sure that you just take your time with it, learn the skill. I definitely have strategies that are broken down to where I teach my kids, and my kids are actually starting to trade. So if they can learn, my 11-year-old can understand what I'm throwing down, then y'all can. So I'm definitely going to share my screen and get straight into the charts to show y'all exactly. Let me see. Okay, awesome. And he already went over the platform. I was going to go over the platform, but he nailed it out of the park. I do want to talk about the fixed times over here. I don't know if he's talked about it, fixed time on and off. I do want to talk about that. That just basically tells you that if you have the fixed time on, then that means that you get exactly the minute time frame that you have. If you do 3 minutes, you get exactly 3 minutes. Sometimes whenever the candle is already going and everything else like that, then they'll do the time frame right here. But I'm going to jump over to the chart really fast. Okay, here we go. And so basically with Forex, you're really kind of looking for more so the overall movement. Okay, so let's see. Second here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So basically, it's the overall movement that you're looking for with Forex trading. With binary, you're basically trading inside of the candles. You are not looking for a full-on blown out movement. So I'm just going to remove everything from my chart just so y'all can just see.
Got some Bollinger Bands there, huh?
Yes, I do. I like the Bollinger Bands. My strategy actually deals with 3 different indicators. But I just want to stress about, because indicators with binary is really good, but understanding the chart and the movements that's key. Okay, I feel like any type of indicators that you have inside of your strategy, that is just extra confirmation. Okay, so I do have my set rules, just like he said. I have my set rules that I have to have in place in order to actually take the trade. With this Bollinger Band, I like to see it to actually come above or come at the let me see. Let me go good example. This is a good example right here. Okay, so it is above the double Bollinger Band. There's 2 Bollinger Bands, so it's just not one. I know a lot of people have just one Bollinger Band, but this is 2 Bollinger Bands, and it comes above right here, and then it's overbought right here in my 2 stochastics, and then I wait for this crossover, and it's all lining up perfectly down the middle for a potential sell. Okay, so that's just a quick run through. It's not exactly, what everything that I look for inside of trading. So when we come to the 15 minutes, because you also want to go to a higher time frame. Higher time frame shows the more accuracy of the actual trade and what it's actually doing. So as you can see, we have the markets right here. I'm on the hourly chart, and you have, let me see, let me go to a 4 hour, actually, 4 hours. So the 4 hours, so you don't need much information when it comes to binary, because you are just basically going inside of the zones, okay? So this is the 4 hour. This is the support and resistance areas in the zones right here. So you're basically trading inside of this area, okay? So usually with Forex, you know, you want that big drop down move. You don't need all that for a binary. For binary, you just bring it on down, look at the different time frames, and get extra confirmation. So you can see right here that it's coming up to this zone right here, okay? And we want to, so on the hourly, let's see, that zone right there. Bring that down just a little bit. So this is the zone that we're staying into, okay? And as you can see, price shot all the way up here and tested this previous zone. As we all know, right here, it tested that zone right there and rejected, okay? It rejected that zone and brought it back down, okay? So we see that. So we see that this is where, this is the playing ground, as you can say. This is the playing ground that we're in right now, okay? So as you can see, the market is trending on up. It was below, this is my 200 EMA. It was below, it kind of trended right here, but then it's breaking this right here. So as you can see, I'm on the 15 minutes. You can see this right here, this level of this trend line right here. So we see we're moving up, we're making our way on up. Okay, so it's bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Okay, so it could bounce right here, but it also can just continue on the upside. Okay, so this is what we're seeing right now on the 15 minutes. Usually what I do is I try to look at, let me see. I look at where the most recent zone is on the 15 minutes just to see where we're playing around at. So as you can see right here, in this zone right here, it rejected, but right here, it kind of rejected a little bit, but then it broke out, and then that it continued on the upside. And so on this side right here, we see a little bit of rejection, and then it breaks out, and then it's a false breakout, and then it comes right back on down. So what we want to do is we want to see where's price going to end up at. Okay, so of course we want to see if it's going to be higher or lower. Okay, and I'm doing this zone right here just because of this right here, this zone right here. It just did a bit of ranging in this zone, and it broke out. Okay, so I do zones because usually, typically with the lower time frames, it kind of consolidates sometimes inside of the zone. So you want to make sure that you get a good little zone. See, this is playing out the wicks, the wicks, the wicks. So then I bring it down to the 5 minute. Okay, so on the 5 minute, as you can see, we're still on this uptrend right here. Okay, so it created a new level of uptrend right there. Okay, so we're breaking out on the upside. Let me know if this, let me see. Okay, so I wanted to take out all the noise just so y'all can just look at the chart, because the chart is what you need to analyze and understand. Okay, so look at this right here. So we're on the 5 minute. Let me go back to the 15 minute and make sure everything is copacetic. Okay.
Really love your candlestick colors. Yellow and white.
Yes, yes. I don't know. I like the dark background. I like the yellow and white, just to see I don't know, it just pops out to me,
I was telling Coach,
Should I show her my trading view too?
yeah, he uses the same colors.
What colors are yours?
Well, go ahead and show real quick, and then we'll jump. Crystal, go ahead and stop sharing your screen for a second.
Shoot. Oh yeah.
This is crazy. I just look over there. As soon as we got rid of a lot of the noise, I was like, no way. Look at this.
Okay.
Here you go.
You two are twins. Look at that.
What?
Did we just become best friends?
We did. I think we did.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Mine's been like that for quite some time too. So that's
I love it.
All right, back to you. I saw that and I could not say something. That's too freaking cool.
Oh, of course.
By the way, you guys can customize your chart so you're not looking at a blinding, eye-melting white, background. Right click your screen, go down to color theme and dark.
I don't know how people look at that. Especially, I think it's because, especially if you're looking at the charts so much, I don't know. And I got bad eyes. I don't know about you, but I got bad eyes.
Yeah, the darker background's definitely better.
Yeah, I had a traumatic brain injury, so I'm light sensitive. I'll get headaches looking at bright white screens, so I always turn it to dark if I can.
Oh, well, I can't say nothing about that, but I'm sorry about that. But yeah, no, I get it. That's awesome. I've never met anybody else that's done yellow and white. That's pretty cool. But anyways, okay, so as you can see, look in the zone right here. Okay, so we see that the market structure has touched this zone multiple times, correct? Over here, it's rejected, pushed back up. Right here, it's rejected. So this is a good zone. When it touches multiple times, then this is a very, very good zone to look at, okay? So as you can see, market right now is pushing up. So what I would want to do is I want to see if it's going to respect that or if it's going to break through. So I look at breakout strategies. I have a breakout strategy and I also look at reversals. I feel like whenever you first start out, I feel like breakout strategies are the best starting out just because just look at this zone right here. Okay, so as we can see, this right here was a resistance. Okay, so right here, and this yellow candle right here, so we broke this previous resistance right here. Okay, so this is on the 5. Yeah, I'm on the 5 minute. 5 minutes. If you would have waited for this candle to open and retrace back down and push back up, then that would have been a clear indication to get in for a buy. Now with binary, you only need to be right for 2 to 3 candlesticks. You have a 2 to 3 candlestick rule. Okay, so you want to look for moves that so whatever time frame that you're looking at, that's how many candlesticks you want to. That's for your expiration time, typically. Okay, so this right here, when it broke out and then it retested. So even if you had to wait, this is 5 minutes, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. When it retested right here, you could have brought that back in. Okay, so just two your support and your resistance zones are key, are very, very key. Because it's always. Let me find a really good example. Okay, right here. Let me just bring this up right here. And I'm going to reverse. And reverse that. Okay. And the playback button, guys, is heaven. If you're back testing, get the playback button. Get I think it's what, $15 a month for race. I mean, not for trading view. just so that you can play it out and so that you can see, and you can actually go to different multiple time frames to see what it's doing. See what it's doing. Why did it do it? Okay. So on the 15 minutes, I usually typically whenever I see, actually, this is a good zone, but I like to go from the most recent high and the most recent low right here. Okay, so you can see that price rejected, price rejected, price rejected. It broke out right here, which is a good buy, but also right here. Okay, so this is the 15 minutes. I'm gonna go down to the 5 minutes. And as you can see, it's coming up to that 15 level of resistance. Okay, so let's just play it out, and then it rejects, breaks, comes back, pushes up. You see that? So if you would have got in at the opening of this candle, boop, boop, ba-doop. If you would have gotten the opening of this candle, that's 5 minutes. Okay, check it out. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're still in the clear. Yes, it brought back down, but you still clear this trade. Boop, boop, doop. Now it's coming back down and retesting this zone. Okay, retesting, bam, bam. You see that? Okay, so when it breaks out, you can either wait for it to come and retest, because we all know, sorry if you hear my son in the background, he's supposedly sick. Let's see, where's it? No. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, usually when it breaks out on the upside, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for up, retest, breakout, shoot, boop, boop. Okay, breakout, retest, entry, buy. Okay, so what if it's an opposite? Okay, if it's the support level, it's gonna break, it's gonna retest, then it's gonna sell. Y'all see that? Every single time. Okay. Oh shoot. I don't know what I did. Sorry.
Top right corner, click on the X. Top right corner.
Trying to. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. So as you can see right here, it did just that. Okay, so you can get good at a breakout strategy. Okay, we bring it up here. Let me see on the 15 minutes. So right here, when it broke out yet again, we go to the 5 minute. 15 minutes is where you want your support and resistance. 5 minutes, boom, look at that. Breakout, it didn't retest it. But if you would have got in at the opening, I'm going to say that again, opening. Okay, don't chase a trade. If you don't get in at the opening of the candle, do not chase it and try to catch it, because it's already making a move. And with binary, you want to only get in. You want to get in at the lowest point when you're doing a buy. When you're doing a sell, you want to get at the highest point. Okay, so this is a breakout. Okay, so we know, bam, look at that. Then it's going to come back down. Bam. You see it? You see that? This is fun. Isn't that fun? So yes, you can get in at the opening of the next candle, or you can wait. And look, it did exactly what I said. Breakout, retest. It didn't come all the way back down. Boom. Boom. Shoot. Boom, boom, boom. You only need to be right for 1 to 2 candlesticks. Boom, boom. Still in the clear. Still in the clear. Now it's hitting this previous zone. Okay. So as we know, the past tells the future. Okay, so if you look towards the past, now always go to the higher time frames whenever you're doing binary. I know that some people like to go straight to the minute chart. Okay, minute chart, it's a lot happening. It's a lot happening in the minute chart. Okay, it's a lot happening. Yes, you can analyze the 1 minute chart, but I honestly feel like, but this is a personal preference. I feel like the 5 minute, 10 minutes, and the 15 minutes are good charts to look at to understand where the market is heading. Okay, where the market is heading. Look at this droppity drop. Look at this. Look at this drop, y'all. Let me see. I need the whatchamacallit. Okay, look. Action. Yeah. Okay. Look at this drop right here. This is a massive sell. Okay. This is a massive sell, but you only need a couple of candles. Okay. You only need a couple candles. And this is not Forex. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. What do we say? Breakout, retest, drop. Drop it like it's hot. Yes. So look. Multiple touches. Touch. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Beautiful candle sale right here. Retest our zone. This is where you enter. This is where it drops. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah. It's super simple. So this is on the 15 minutes. So let me go down to the 5 minute because this is where you want to. There it is. So on the 5 minute, open this up so y'all can see it. Okay, it even retested right here. So you didn't even have to wait to come all the way here, but it could have been an awesome another sale. Okay, so as you can see, when it broke out of this zone, it retested. Y'all see that? Retested. This right here. Broke out, retested it, and then dropped. For how many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 candles. 2 to 3 candlesticks. You would have cleared. 2 to 3 candlesticks. It retested the zone, got in at the highest point, and then dropped. Yes, it dropped to the abyss. That is a breakout. That is a breakout strategy. It's super simple, happens every time. And what do? You just bring your line down. And it happens again. So this is where it found its support, shot back up, came back down, tested this big wick. This is why you have this candle right here, big rejection. It was trying to figure out life, didn't know what to do with itself, and then it broke out. Then it brought back up again, and then sold. It sold its soul, y'all. Oh my gosh, don't mind me. Anyways, so that is simple breakout strategy. If y'all have any questions, please say so. Please unmute yourself, and because I will talk, guys, I will talk. And if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, just let me know. Any questions?
Doing awesome, Crystal. So Coach, do you have any things that you wanted her to focus in on, or because we can go ahead?
I just think the biggest thing for you guys is going to be like showing up. So like, as we get like these, calls going for the team, getting things going, to really be able to help you out. The biggest thing is like, if you learn something today, like if something like that, Crystal had said, like going over the chart, like if you picked up on that, as soon as we get off the call, you should be going through that and like studying that, taking notes on that, understanding that, right? So the biggest thing for you guys is going to be able to understand, a little bit of the functionality to be able to play along as we go on. Like Crystal said, start up with the demo account. That's going to be huge for you guys. Come in, no reason to, leverage any real money when you can trade, with some monopoly money, and be able to understand, the fixed time, being able to understand, what is a call, what is a put. Let's see who's paying attention. Can somebody break down the difference between a call and a put for me in the chat real quick? Just curious. Somebody that's obviously not been on a bunch of these calls.
Yeah, a little bit of testing. What is a call and what is a put?
If I were to say take a call right now, would I be saying that price is going up or price is going down?
I know Demi knows the answer.
I know he does. Yeah. He's been on enough calls. Oh, there we go.
There you go, Liza.
All right. And then if we were to say a put, we'd just be simply saying that price is going down. So like, being able to, remember a lot of, the simple stuff like that, taking notes along the way, jumping on and just soaking up as much information. You guys aren't going to come in and become a professional overnight. So like, you need to be able to have the correct expectations. And I think that goes along with life in general, right? Come in with the proper expectations and know, what the reward's going to look like. So for you guys, like, come in, understand the stuff, soak up as much knowledge as you can, take as many notes as you can. And if you learn something, go back and back test it, study it, apply it, understand it, right? She's absolutely right. That replay tool is a godsend. That's where I was saying you can go through decades of data at any time and you can trade it as if it's real time. So like, if you guys learn a strategy, pick a pair, scroll back to a random time, just eyes closed, boom, hit that replay button, and then just start like playing the next couple of candles forward and do what I call paper trading. And, you can drop a long position tool or a short position tool, and you can say, hey, at this point, I would state it's going up or down. You can state whether you're going to do a 3-minute trade, a 5-minute trade, a 15-minute trade, or an hour trade. It doesn't matter what it is. You can figure it out. And then you can see through the candlesticks, okay, if I would have got in right here, and price ended up here at the end of that, let's count the candlesticks. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Would I have won that trade or would I have lost that trade? Right. So doing that right there is going to turn you into a savage. But back to you guys.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to piggyback on that. I definitely would recommend that. And then like doing like the little, whenever you place a trade, so just saying, oh, I'm not really analyzing, but you say, oh yeah, it's gonna go up for this many candles, and then you see it drop. It's like, oh, what happened? So then you could go back and see why did it drop right then in the zone? Why did it do that move? So what? Okay, there you go. Bam. There's a level of resistance. It was a level of resistance. So I definitely feel like that is a really, really key when it comes to trading, because especially you're not playing with your money, because nobody got time to be playing with their money. Point blank period. I don't care if it is demo or not. Like I still feel like it's still part of your money. So it's sorry, I got lost track of mine. But anyways, so just like what he's talking about, when it comes to like trading and understanding the market and just understanding how the movements of the market goes, you also want to have a set strategy. Okay, so if y'all have time, if y'all want to, I can go over my 3-step strategy. If y'all would like, drop some ones in the chat if y'all want to see my easy peasy lemon squeezy strategy. Let me know.
So Crystal, what I'm thinking, let's do that strategy. And then for today, we'll wrap up. And then maybe on, when's the next one? Is it Wednesday, or when did you want to do the next class?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay. So, and then on Wednesday, what we can do is show people how to set up their charts.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Demi.
I think we should just do it all on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, we could. You want us to save the 3-step strategy for Wednesday then?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can just go through and I feel like honestly, just get a naked chart. Okay. Get a negative chart and find your support and resistance. Learn that first. Learn your support and resistance, because that is major key. Because if you just look at the chart and you see the support and the resistance where it touched multiple times, okay, we want to go to places where look in the past, okay, look in the past, two lines, support and resistance, and move it up and down, and see how market reacts just to that. Because we all know how strong and powerful knowing where your support and resistance is. But if you cannot identify where your support and resistance is, you're going to have a hard time with my 3-step strategy.
Okay, so then what we'll do is on Wednesday, we'll start with, showing people, until then they could practice, but then we'll show them how to set up the support and resistance, or I should say you should, because you'll show them how to set that up. Then we'll go into the 3-step strategy. So we're already at about an hour. We can do a little bit of Q&A. Demi, you had a question. If you want, you can unmute yourself, or you can type it in, whichever.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And thank you, Ms. Green, for the amazing training. I'll just probably wait till Wednesday, and I've seen these screens for almost 2 years now, and I should be a master along with you guys. But it was basically, and Ms. Green, you stated we're looking for 2 candles when it hits support and resistance. So the two candles, but once it hits that, is going in that particular direction for a call or a put, correct?
Kind of, sort. It depends on the market. So you have to see how the market is actually moving, because whenever it breaks out, sometimes when it breaks out, like right here, it broke out and it only took 1 candlestick to pull back and down. Although I'm on the 15 minutes. But so sometimes, like right here, for example, if it breaks out of a zone, it's going to buy. Okay, it's going to buy. Sometimes it does revisit that previous resistance and turns it into support. Now, it doesn't always take 2 to 3 candlesticks to come back and retest that zone to push back up. It doesn't have to be you just have to analyze the chart. Let's see. So like right here, okay, so right here was a previous support. Okay, I'm just taking this example. So right here on this candle, this white candle right here broke out. And as you can see, this very next candle retested it. It retested the zone and then pushed back down. So it all depends on where, how the market's moving, honestly. So, but this would be your entry point. My pink line, this is where you want to typically enter in at for the sell if it breaks out on the downside. So if it breaks out on the downside, then it's going to continue to sell. If it breaks out on the upside and it retests, it's going to buy. Now, it's a very quick move. This is 5 minutes, 5, 10, 15. That's a quick move, but that's all you need for binary. Okay, so look right here. You see, I'm just moving the line up and down, correct? So right here, massive breakthrough. Okay, retest, shot back up. So it doesn't always have to be 2 or 3 candlesticks. It's just a matter of when it's going to retest.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Before choosing which asset you're going to trade, should it be something else we're looking at? Like, right here with the examples you're giving us is, odd JPY. So should it be like, say, if we want to choose silver, should it be something else we're looking at? Or, well, okay, no, I understand that question because I know that Coach said 70%.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So
yes.
the market's moving. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. So of course, there's different time frames. Whenever it's like really high percentage payouts, that's mean it's very volatile. And you can get spiked out. Stay away from spiky markets. Sometimes with binary, they will get really spiky. Usually when it's really spiky is when you have like a lot of wicks. I only got on this chart. I didn't even like really look. I didn't choose a pair. It was just the first pair that was on my chart, and I just went after it. But
Right. I knew it was an example. That's why I said example. I wasn't. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So yeah, I definitely personally I look at payout. I don't but I've gotten to the point where I can just look at any chart regardless of the payout. So it's just I honestly feel like starting out, you should stick to one pair because that pair will always you will start to understand that pair. Does that make sense? And like you will like really understand how it moves. So study one chart because every chart is different. GBP pairs, they move like hotcakes, like they move so fast. So in the beginning stages, I would definitely stay away from GBP pairs.
And then another thing is when you do take on another pair, try to make it a correlating pair so it's easier to pick up and learn.
Yes.
And we'll go over that another time. So what we'll do is on Mondays, we'll do intro to binary. We'll go through the slides. So if you guys have any new members, have any friends that are interested, we could do that. And then on Wednesdays, we'll go right into training without the intro to binary. So at start of the week, intro to binary, and then some of this, and then Wednesday, we'll go right into, concepts and stuff. And maybe even on Wednesday, we'll do a little bit of live trading too, with just, time permitting. And we could do that as well. And then evenings, what evening do you want to start live trading, Crystal?
What did we say, Thursday?
Was it Tuesday, Thursday? I can't remember.
Was it Tuesday, Thursday?
I can't remember. It's up to you. I mean, we could always play it by ear and change it. But for this week, what night do you want to do live trading?
We could do it Thursday.
Okay, so
that way they can, they can start implementing something, a little bit that I just taught, and then they can start implementing a little bit of what I'll teach Wednesday.
That's a great idea.
And start seeing what I'm talking about, and then Thursday have your demo account ready, and we can start taking some trades.
Yeah, and everybody, if you don't get your demo account ready in time, that's fine. Just attend the session and learn and see what, when Coach was first teaching this over a year ago, I would just jump on the sessions without an account. I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to be a part of the experience because team trading is really fun. When everybody wins at the same time, it's pretty awesome. And you just have to go into it, just understand that this is time-based trading. If you're in even a second late, it could be the difference between somebody winning and somebody losing. However, you don't want that to get you, don't get your nerves up. Most of the time, if we all enter around the same time, we're going to get the same result. But every once in a while, somebody's going to get spiked out. It's just the nature of the beast. And that's why you want to stick to your trading plan. And you don't want to revenge trade. You don't want to up your lot size just because you want to get that money back. It's okay, because over the course of time, you're going to win more than you lose. And what do you say?
I'm not a fan of pocket options.
Yeah, they don't have the rollover. So Demi, when I put this recording up, I'm gonna have Crystal's preferred broker in there. And I mean, like Coach said, everybody needs to do their own due diligence. Go on Google, research it, because we can't be responsible. We're actually not supposed to give out broker recommendations, but so do your own due diligence, and we'll just kind of go from there. But there's several to pick from. And there's a lot of people on here that have different accounts, and some people have different experiences with the same broker. Some people love them, some people hate them. It's just just how it is. All right, everybody. So yeah, we're just about an hour now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. Crystal, Coach, thank you both for your time. Really appreciate it. So excited to get binary rolling again with the team. I know people just love this, especially those people that are busy individuals. They just don't have that much time. They can come home from work in the evening. They could spend an hour on the charts, make some money, and really makes a difference for people. All right. Thank you very much, Crystal. Coach, y'all have a good day. Thank you all for attending. Replay will be up tonight. Take care. Bye-bye.